Good evening, race fans. Welcome into another edition of the NSRL. We're back here for the Tuesday night trucks at the Paperclip in Martinsville Speedway for the final race in the round of 8. It's the Slim Jim 200. Here, as always, with my co-commentator Art. How we doing tonight?
I'm excited. We get to throw some elbows. It is, one race to the playoff, one spot to potentially lock yourself in, and everyone else scrambling for the final spot behind them.
Absolutely. Race information tonight is as follows. 2 laps of qualifying for the 200-lap main event. Stage 1 at the conclusion of lap 50. Stage 2 at the conclusion of lap 100. 3 green-white checkers. 3 total tire sets. Fuel run right around 150 laps. And 0 fast repairs as always for these drivers. Let's go ahead and get into qualifying as it is already underway. Currently top of the boards, Gabriel Lafrene in a must-win situation. Let's reload the overlay. There we go. Daniel Moynihan down in the 4th position. Also on the outside looking in for the round of 8. First couple laps being put down. Yeah, looking forward to tonight. Gonna be elbows out the whole way. Second lap for Benfield, a 19.29. Time to beat 18.91 for Gabriel Lafrene. Let's see who's going to be next up. No movement from anybody yet. 3 minutes into qualifying from 8th on back. And well, that'll give us quickly until we see somebody pop out. That'll give us a chance to go over tonight's championship implications. Major breaking news that we received just prior to this race. Hunter Kent has retired from the league. That is your regular season champion. He is now gone. So that puts Tane Hodison at the front of the field. He is locked in based on his win last week at Talladega. Tommy Gossett also locked in due to his win at the Roval a couple weeks ago. So we have 2 guaranteed spots. Mike McConville, I guess, will take over that 3rd spot. And then you look at it as Daniel Moynihan in the 4th spot. Bennett Allen also not here tonight currently. I have not received confirmation on if he is withdrawn from the league as well. But he is also not here. So then that would mean Minto and Lafrene, moving up. But Lafrene in a must-win no matter the circumstances. But Minto with now a more possible chance to point in than what he had entering tonight. And Daniel Moynihan feeling really good about his chances of making it into the next round. So that's the points as they came into tonight. We got some qualifying laps to report. Tane Hodison there, highlighted in gold, locked in. And happy for it, because he's currently in the 9th position, half a second off of Lafrene's time. Logan Giesbrecht would be the next man out. He's at the end of pit road. Potentially waiting for the sun to go down even more, so that way the track gets a bit cooler. There's Sylvain Joly as well at the end of pit road. We'll see who blinks first. Just over halfway through qualifying. Looks like Joly will go out in that 08 machine. Let's see what kind of lap time he could do. You can see way up there in 3 and 4 trying to build momentum for his first lap. Let's go on board with the 08 machine down into turns 1 and 2. Trying to keep it off of the red and white curbing. Don't want to bounce the truck. Turn 4 can get loose on you if you're not careful. First lap, good enough for a 19:09. Currently puts him in the 6th position. 1/1000th of a second behind Matt Mackin. Just like that, 2 laps completed. Second lap. 19:05, able to jump up into the top 5. 10th and a half off Lafrene. He's Breck starting his first lap in the 39 machine. Steve Herring, Diego Rodriguez, Aaron Mack, John Wilco, Tommy Gossett, and Richard Pruitt yet to head to the end of pit road. Mike McConville has just left pit road. He's Breck 6th quickest on his first lap. Can he improve maybe to a 19 flat, jump up into the top 5? No, 19:24 on the second lap. Mike McConville entered tonight on the bubble, but with developments elsewhere, he is looking pretty good to get into the championship 4 next week at Phoenix. First lap, a 19 flat. He was just on the plus side of the bubble by about 2 points.
I'm a big fan of that paint scheme.
Yeah, Gravedigger. Second lap for McConville, 18.98, able to improve in time, but will still remain in the 4th position. Here is Diego Rodriguez in the 21 machine, Spirit Airlines. Had a strong showing last week as a team at Talladega. They know they got one of their drivers into the championship 4.
I don't know why you mute yourself. I feel like, I mean, yeah.
All
Like people would
right.
be a fan of hearing Dale.
Yeah, apologies for the delay there, but I had to say goodnight to my son. He came in and said, "Any crash? Car crash?" I said, "No, just no crash. It's qualifying." The 14 drivers elected to qualify. Got 19 in the field. We should have had 21, but missing some of our playoff contenders. An unfortunate development. Good to see some part-timers making a couple starts. Jeff Carson, Cole J. Wilson, Greg Hulls making a return. Looking at the qualifying results, Gabriel Lafrene, in what was a must-win for him, puts it on pole by 21/100ths of a second. He finished in the runner-up spot here in the spring. Jeff Carson rounding out the podium. Brandon Minto also in that 2nd position. They'll need some points tonight, and he's on the front row. Cole J. Wilson, part-timer, into the top 5. Sylvain Jolie with a good result in the 6th position. Tane Hodgson loving that he's locked in. He's down there in the 13th position. First to 14th, separated by 6.5 tenths of a second. We'll get our 5-minute warm-up in, and then the penultimate race of the season will be underway. And we'll see who's going to Phoenix next week. It could naturally sort itself out. You look at this, we got 2 spots. We got Tane Hodgson, Tommy Gossett locked in. Then if Mike McConville and Daniel Moynihan, so if McConville and Moynihan both get more points to overtake Tommy Gossett, then there's your championship 4. Let's say, for instance, Moynihan overtakes McConville, and neither of them overtake Hunter Kent, then we'll see. I'm sure the league admins will make an executive decision, boot out Hunter Kent, and then McConville would be the first man in to have a full championship 4. Or vice versa. If McConville holds on to 4th, Moynihan doesn't point his way in, and he would be first man in to replace Hunter Kent. But if they just naturally, have a good performance here tonight, then they should point themselves in with the stage points and everything, and it's kind of a moot point. But we will see how that develops. In just a couple hours' time, probably 2 hours, we'll know.
We'll be very curious to see if this is like a permanent thing, because I've only got word from McConville, who I believe has a little bit of authority around here, that was the group that he's been running with. They've been in voice together, but he's still in the Discord. It didn't seem like it was a rage leave, so
yeah, I'm not sure
if there is some possibility of him sticking around. So, if he, manages to stick in the Final 4, we'll see. But it is likely him out.
Yeah, because we look at it, he finished 4th last week at Talladega, didn't quite get to interview him. So we didn't know that was going to be his last potential race, but we knew he was in a good spot coming into tonight. Just had to really show up, and he would have been fine. Not the case, though. But look at this Gravedigger paint scheme from McConville. Very nice.
He keeps trying to do things to make me like him, but then I remember he's a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Always and forever. There are just some things in life you can't forgive.
Yeah.
Same with, Yankee fans. Man City fans.
Woke.
I think I'd forgive Lakers fans, though, because Kobe was just that good.
We'll be finishing under the lights. We're going to go from dusk to under the lights here.
I assume when we make our picks, we're excluding Tommy Gossett.
That's my pick to win.
So we are not excluding Tommy Gossett.
He's starting 15th, so he'll be up there, maybe lap 50.
Oh, yeah, That makes such a difference.
He'll be up there before lap 25. Even if he gets spun out and wrecked, you don't really need a whole lot of.
I give it lap 11.
Car looks like a piece of junk. You still perform fine. So Tommy Goss is my overall pick to win. Cole J. Wilson's my second pick to win. Outside of that, I didn't have to pick him.
I'm gonna take Moynihan.
Been in 10th. All right.
Just like it's one of them things. He's gonna have to perform well. Like I mean, we do have the thing with Hunter Kent, but it's just if the guys around you also perform well, it's just like you might as well go ahead and win it for yourself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, I'll take the guy who finished or put it on P3. Give me Jeff Carson.
Yeah, so here's what we're looking at, right? You see the timing tower. You got 2 locked-in spots there in gold. Payne Hodgson, Tommy Gossett, Mike McConville's in on points. Hunter Kent's, invisible, technically, but he was the man leading. So it's kind of a race between Moynihan and Minto and McConville to see if they can all point themselves in, potentially. Specifically, Minto and Moynihan, that battle to see who could point in. Minto advantage to Minto tentatively, because he is just a handful of points behind stage points. So Moynihan was closer, but he's down in the 9th position, so he'll need some work. Lafreniere in a must-win situation on pole here this evening, ran well in the spring. So he could definitely throw everything into some chaos if he wins it. Hunter Kent being here or not. There are scenarios on the table. We got 6 playoff drivers, so that are here tonight. So it's going to be a wild one, and we're about to find out. Slim Jim 200 underway. Start for that 06, scattering at the back a little bit. All fan out. Here's Hodgson picking up a couple of spots on board here with Tommy Gossett having to take evasive maneuvers to the outside. Holes up 3 spots in the opening lap. Chris Claude down 5. Front 2 remain the same. McConville up 1. Wilson and Jolie going at it. That's the battle for 4th. Cole Wilson around, goes to 78 of Greg Holes. Looks like Steve Herring and maybe John Wilco got a piece. Did he get any help here from Payne Hodgson? Yes, he did.
And that 24 just got into the wall trying to avoid it.
Richard Pruitt.
Actually got into the 10 and then in the wall. Oh, Richard Pruitt has manually disconnected.
He got, that right front looks like it was shattered. And truthfully, I've never seen someone more unlucky than Richard Pruitt being involved in so many accidents. That, he did not start this. Of course, he ended up being involved, but
I feel like that happens pretty common with him.
He's always, wherever there's a wreck, you can be sure that poor Richard Pruitt is usually very close to it. So here we go, on board with Payne Hodgson. He just gets through the center of the corner so much better than that 78. And around he goes. Not a fan of Kentucky Fried Chicken, potentially. Tommy Gossett has manually disconnected as well.
Oh. Well, there goes your pick to win.
Okay.
I mean, we're only 5 laps in. Would you like a repick?
You're Mike McConville.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
He's done that. He did that at Talladega, too. Or he just left. He won the Roval and said, all right, I'm just going to show up, get my participation points, and then leave. So it's wide open again. He'll show up and dominate the Champ 4 race in Phoenix, assuming he stays longer than 3 laps.
And he doesn't get wrecked.
True. But if you're the 06 machine, you say, okay, I'm very good at the short tracks. Tommy Gossett is no longer here. I could be in Champ 4. Got some fast trucks behind him, but early on, you've got a big boost of confidence knowing that the overall best driver is not here currently. And assuming we go back green this lap and a couple green flag laps at a minimum, he'll be so many laps down it won't matter. Looks like we will pace car off, and for the first restart of the night, big checkups throughout the field. A good restart for the 06 machine. Side by side for second down the back straightaway. Into on the outside, McConville. On the inside, got the preferred line.
That 93 machine, he's taking some peaks.
McConville through to second. 93 truck, you said, was taking a peek. Looked like it again there in turn 3. Not able to complete the pass. Greg Holes still moving, though, after he got spun. Picked up a spot there on Matt Mackin. And battle for the race lead.
McConville is flying.
And qualified 4th, but inside of 10 laps, nearly got the lead there, and he's looking like he's going to get it here. Fernet hanging tough on the outside. Wilson up to 3rd. And now McConville completes the pass. LaFrenne going to look back to the inside. Can he get it woed up? Yes. Now he has the preferred line, but McConville gets a good run on corner exit. And now that 06 under pressure from Cole Wilson for second.
I really thought LaFrenne was going to get in that left rear of McConville.
Yeah, he's going to enter at a shallow angle and get himself in a bad way here. 93, great speed on entry. Nearly into the back of the 06. Rodriguez putting some pressure on that 39. Part 2 of 78-22 here. Greg Hull's going defensive. Please don't run me over again through turn 3. Is going to mind his manners a little bit here as there's kind of a log jam in front. Stoney Benfield, Aaron Matt, Greg Hulls. It's 10th to 14th, all kind of nose to tail. John Boko in the picture as well. Have we lost Steve Herring as well? Upload packet lost for the 98. So we'll see if he's able to rejoin or not. Conville has checked out to nearly a second and a half. On Cole
yeah, he's pulling 3/10 a lap here. It is very impressive.
Take a look, Mike McConville, last lap 19:25. Brandon Minto in the 4th position, 19:31. Cole Wilson in 2nd, over a 10th slower than Moynihan back in 8th with the 3rd fastest lap time on that last lap. And that time, though, Wilson, 100th of a second quicker. But you take a look at the fastest 5-lap average over the last 5 laps. This is a moving average. So lap 15 to 20. Over a 10th of a second faster. Mike McConville. That's about, what, half a second over 5 laps? Math checks out. Just like that, though, Cole J. Wilson bringing it back now. How about half a tenth between the two over the last 5 laps? And no surprise, though, but the drivers that have the fastest 5-lap average are positions 1 through 5.
That is shocking. You're telling me Greg Holes ain't running burners back here?
With this traffic, I don't think so.
Nothing from Matt Mackin?
Not yet. And then this is what we didn't use this last week at Talladega, and it's probably a bit too early to use it now. But things get spread out a little bit. We can pull up this best battles overlay, figure out where the action's at. Right now, we know it to be Tane Hodison and John Wilco because, again, they're side by side. So we go there, and we know Tane Hodison's just completed the pass. Wilco's fighting back. We can also look at P6 and 7. They are nose to tail. P15 and 16. Those are our closest 3 battles on track currently, but that'll change, obviously, based on intervals. But that specific feature was not of use to us at Talladega.
And it's not honestly super useful to us now. I mean, it will be, like, again, once it gets spread out, and it is very cool. But, I mean, the only one really separating themselves is Mike Conville, 2 seconds ahead.
Yeah, Wilson got around Lafreniere on lap 11. Lafreniere trying to close that gap back in. Rodriguez still with the consistent pressure. I feel like we've seen this a lot. 21 chasing after the 39. We've seen that a lot this season.
Yeah, they definitely feel like, you know, solid. I don't want to say midfield, but midfield for, you know, this series, just outside of the, you know, McConvilles, your Hunter Cants. But, I mean, they're even ahead of, like, someone I would have said, Moynihan and even Hodison.
So Moynihan, again, he's gaining points on...
Ooh, a little bobble there from the 75 machine is Tony Benfield.
Because Ben and Allen will end up, I think... in 8th. It remains to see what 7th, 6th, 5th end up. But I think Ben Allen in their last place. Oh, caution.
We've got a yellow.
That's Chris Claude. And he towed to pit road, and it did not matter. He got up out of the groove just a tiny bit, and John Wilco into the back of him. And he tried to tow to not bring out the caution, but it was too late. Yeah, turn 4, if you get too high, truck will just come around, and Wilco not enough time to check up. He was already going to go a lap down, but made worse by the fact that he towed to try not to bring out the caution. 2 cautions in the opening 30 laps. Greg Hull's obviously being the first, but he just had a simple kind of 360, not a whole lot of damage even to the back bumper to report, if any. Didn't take tires, but had a slight, maybe a second or two of repairs. Chris Clodd still stuck on pit road with the tow time. John Wilco damage to the front end that he'll want fixed. Looks like the 62 crew has gotten most of that fixed. But it will put the 10 and the 62 both a laps down at this point. 2 laps down for John Wilco, 4 for Chris Clodd. Steve Herring out due to internet issues. Tommy Gossett and Richard Pruitt left after the first caution. Green flag back in the air. Mike McConville, your race leader, and Gabriel Lafrene aggressive, taking a peek there into turn number 1. A bobble potentially there for Wilson. They'll be side by side down the back straightaway for second. Able to hold off, though. Minto looking around the outside. He'll fall in line into 4th. Still battling away there on the inside of Giesbrecht. Take that spot away up into the 6th position. Greg Hall's your biggest mover. He was the the first caution on lap 3. He's up in the top 10.
Holdry, Wilson, and McConville running almost identical. Wilson going to try and not let him run away this time.
Johnson up 4 spots to the 9th position. Aaron Mack up 4 spots to the 12th position. Moynihan, again, up 4 spots to the 6th position. And Mike McConville has gained 3 spots to be your race leader as we work lap 39.
Uncle Jay Wilson's team's taking a look.
McConville has to give it to him. Gets to run off the high side. It's crazy how these are both my picks to win.
No.
I said Cole Wilson was my non-playoff pick, and then once Tommy Gossett left on lap 3, I pivoted to Mike McConville.
I'm gonna let you pivot.
Gotta know when to pivot. He is all over the back of that 8 machine. Both up 3 positions. They both look like the 2 fastest trucks. Lafrene able to challenge on the short runs. But the overall speed looks to be with the 8 and the 93, at least on our initial longer runs.
That 93 is incredibly loose. Like, on corner exit, he is fighting that truck.
A little bit of breathing room now for the 8 machine. Rodriguez and Giesbrecht going at it again. Which means that's Greg Hulls. The pink scheme there got me confused. Rodriguez up to the 8th position. Brandon Minto leading this group 4th, 5th, and 6th. Jermaine Jolie with a nice top 5 run going. Nearly 25% completed with this race already. Such is the nature of Martinsville, 19 seconds, 20 seconds per lap. We did not visit Phoenix in the regular season, so next week will be everybody's first time there. It's just kind of interesting. It's a...
Caution.
Caution is out.
Where?
Where would this have been? Limp cam? Oh, that's stage. Not 50.
That went by so fast.
Yeah. I just said it.
I forgot it's Martinsville.
Yeah, I was about to say 25% done. 50, 100, 150, 200. So Mike McConville wins the stage. Lafrene, it does not matter for him stage points or not, although he will get some crossing the line. There in 6th. Minto gets some as well as he's trying to unseat Hunter Kent officially. As does Moynihan. But yeah, back to the Phoenix. It's classified as a short track. Mile long, so it's, you know, they have some good top speeds heading off into, I guess, what is considered turn 1 now. Just an interesting little track. So we will see. But winning the race before that has to give you some confidence. At least on a psychological level. Be like, hey, I won the race right before the championship. I gotta have, you know, helps me out a little bit. Now we have Brandon Minto lining up behind McConville. See if he can get a good jump, potentially move up into the 2nd position. Stage 1, lead with 2 cautions, and then obviously the stage break itself. Good launch there for Wilson. He's actually ahead going off into 1. It was an excellent restart for that 93 machine. He might... He's going to lead this lap. Ooh, caution! Sylvain Jolie around. We'll see if iRacing's generous. We know how their timing loops work, but Cole Wilson should have the lead.
Ooh, Lafrene in the back of Jolie.
Looks like he checked up a tad bit earlier than the 06 was expecting. Obviously, the 08 doesn't want to run into the back of Matt Mackin. It's just a chain reaction there. No huge damage. Lafrene is probably the biggest loser because it's a square on the nose there. It scorches his tires up just a little bit, but all in all, everyone will be able to continue, and it does give Cole Wilson the lead, so a great restart there for the 93, and he'll have the race lead. Able to hang tough around the outside. Three cautions plus the stage break. None of the three cautions have been anything severe. Typical Martinsville, I would say. No major damage to report. AKA, that's just short track racing.
I have a feeling on this restart, McConville's going to have, I don't want to say an easy time, but of the people who have come through the field, McConville's made that outside line work. He gets a good run off the outside, and then he's just going to, shoot back up under through the next corner. So pretty much what Cole J. Wilson did to McConville, McConville's going to do it right
Good
back.
news, though, for these sequence of couple quick cautions, John Wilco's gone from 2 laps down to back on the lead lap, just like that. Now, only man 1 laps down is Chris Claude, and he'll hope for a couple more quick cautions. He can start chipping away at that 4 laps down tally, but a great restart there for the 93. Minto able to take advantage as well. And that's what we've seen. That guy lining up in 3rd can get a jump and at least put themselves side by side with the guy that started in 2nd. Minto going to take full advantage and does officially take that 2nd spot away. Conville will able to slot down in 3rd. Lafrene 4th. Rodriguez 5th. Excuse me, Moynihan 4th. Rodriguez 5th. Jeff Carson battling away in the 7th position, side by side. Benfield and Hodison for 8th. Big holes and Mack. .30 machine, just quiet in all the chaos in this midfield. Just minding his business, up 5 spots. Trying to defend from Sylvain Drolli, who's got some good speed. Get tagged there, obviously to bring out our 2nd caution, or our 3rd caution. We'll try and work his way back up into the top 10. Benfield and Hall's battling away. A little bit of rear end damage there, it looks like, for the 75. Take a peek there. Big send from Aaron Mack into the back of Benfield. Caution is out. Commentator's curse there said it's 31 just being very cautious, and I wonder how much that dive from the 08. 31 might have drove it. I mean, from that initial angle, looking at it live, 31 absolutely sent it in there. And you could tell he realized it. Tried to lock it up at the last second. Left front locked up. 75 will add to that rear end damage. But he's going to look at this, 31, at least in his mirror, and he'll see that the 08's making a peak. And he doesn't want to get spun out, so he's going to send it into the corner a little bit deeper, and as a result, he ends up tagging 75. Big send there from Aaron Mack. Sonny Benfield, the unlucky recipient of that. Backs it into the fence. Shouldn't have that much damage. He shouldn't have to go a lap down. We'll see if he wants to fix all of that damage, though. And he is out and away. This Claude, plenty of repairs. John Wilco, some repairs, and Lafrene. Those have been some of the few drivers that have been on pit road for extended stays. Claude should be able to get... He already did complete the wave round, or the lucky dog process. Only 3 laps down now. Nobody ahead of him a lap down. He's going to get a guaranteed caution at lap 100 to get him to 2 laps down. He's got a whole second half of the race to finally get those last 2. So it swapped. Minto obviously got through to second. Now he's going to be restarting there on the outside.
He's going to have to get a big jump.
And he does. And he's going to follow him through side by side for second. So it's looking like it's going to swap again, depending on the run Minto can get on the outside.
Yeah, my jump comment was for Minto, but, I mean, as we see, he's side by side with McConville.
Hanging tough. These are both good trucks. Rodriguez, Moynihan. McConville through to second. Just like that, it has swapped back. Big Hole's trying to make some moves. Sylvain Jolie back into the top 10. He's got a top 5 truck here tonight. Trying to recover. Looks like he might have bounced it off the wall there. He's going to continue. F. Carson, top 10 run for him.
Oh, around goes Aaron Mack. Lafrene into the back of him.
That's 2 for Lafrene. In turn 3 specifically. And he came in, he was, again, taking a peek here.
Oh, well, he was in there, and Aaron Mack did not want to give him any of the room.
Oh, he bounced off the curbing.
I mean, even if he doesn't bounce off the curbing, like, Aaron Mack's pitching him down there.
It's a shallow angle. He bounces off the curbing. Aaron Mack is, he is there. Into the braking zone. He is there right now. When you look at where the 78 is, where the 22 is. Chris Claude says, thank you very much, fellas.
Just a couple more.
2 laps.
I will say it was a good job by that 31 truck to lock it down. I was able to not get the rear damage. Yeah. I wouldn't say he knew it was coming, but like he got on the brakes pretty early there. Once again, Minto and McConville do this little shuffle.
So it's reversed again. Oh, so how about Game 3 of the World Series going to 18 innings?
I think, like, the funnier thing of that is the stat that they've come up with, which was Brad Paisley has done 3, like, the national anthem for 3 World Series games, and 2 of them have gone to 18 innings.
Like, that's just...
And on it, the pitch to Ohtani, the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. Like, he literally went 4 for 4, and you're like, all right, now we gotta, like, hey, after 3 for 3,
Like, just hit them.
Yeah. They should have never been pitched to in the 7th. But honestly, so the assumption was that the Dodgers were winning anyways. Like, and I thought they were going to sweep them. I was shocked they lost game 1. But after that performance, what a jump there for the 93. Minto not able to take advantage this time. McConville does settle into second. But once you lose that game specifically, as the underdog, you are absolutely cooked. The Blue Jays have no chance.
They're currently winning. I think we got another caution though. Yeah, Matt Mackin around.
Are they winning?
Yeah, 2-1 right now in the bottom of the third. Ooh. Oh, that's just
Benfield into the back of. Man, that was way before they even got into the corner. That was just odd. And he nearly hits pit entry there. Chris Claude says, "Thank you again, fellas."
I believe it's one more for Chris Claude.
And now he's got that at the stage guaranteed.
And we're not even that far from the stage.
75 just misjudges it into the left rear there. So it's all been, stage 2 has just been chippy. With many similar incidents. Yeah, he is now 1 lap down. And with the way things are going, he won't even need the stage break. He'll get one here in about 5 laps. And what's funny is they could have won game 2. It was tied 1-1 for the longest time, but what's his name? It's I don't want to mispronounce it. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, I think is how you say it. Obviously pitched a gem, but they steal game 1. They're in a pitcher's duel for so long, 1-1, and then they lose. And the path was there for the Blue Jays. Shocked they're winning again tonight so far early, but what an interesting series.
Ohtani's had 1 at bat, and they walked him.
Do you just put him on? Do you just walk him the rest of the series?
I mean, he's like honest to God, the honest day or the current day Babe Ruth, and up there with Bonds and Judge. Of if you throw to them, there's just a good chance the ball is going.
Gone.
It is insane. And what's worse with Ohtani is it's not like he is a, I mean, Barry Bonds was also incredibly athletic, and Judge is kind of athletic, but Ohtani's fast. You put him on the bases, and he's now a threat to run.
Right.
Don't forget, baseball players are insane.
Don't forget, he can pitch too.
He's currently pitching.
Right, that's what I mean. In all of this, he pitches too. Don't forget that.
Yeah,
absolutely insane. Let's see what we got here. Cole Wilson's been getting great jumps. He kind of backs him up just a tiny bit. In Minto, he got that 1 restart into second. Oh, trouble at the front of the field. Oh, that's going to be big trouble.
And they're still piling into McConville. Oh, and the pace car in McConville.
Oh. So he didn't. Minto did not get the initial jump, but McConville's trying to officially claim second spot. Minto gets a good run through the middle of the corner, and that looks like just a tiny bit of netcode there. Around he goes. Rodriguez into the back of Minto. Chain reaction in full effect. Sylvain Joly, Giesbrecht, Hulls, Carson. And really just pure chaos here in the second stage. And Chris Claude says, "Thanks again, fellas." Back on the lead lap, just like that. Here comes for his wave round. Just like that.
Oh, it's got McConville a lap down.
He gets the wave right. Just because I guess the pace car did pass him because he was right there at the exit of pit road.
Yeah, I was kind of curious how it would work with, where the caution came out with McConville still actually being high up there in position, but not able to get it going.
So that was chaotic. We'll get the wave there. 16 trucks on track, 16 on the lead lap. Internet retirement for Steve Herring. Gossett and Pruitt manually disconnected. Here for the restart. Minto now on the outside again. We'll see what happens down into turn number 1 this time. And Moynihan with a great restart. So no chance to even pinch that 53 off. A little bit of right rear damage there for Minto. McConville back into 14th. And around goes Jeff Carson. Right into McConville.
Man. Second stage is just chaos.
They haven't done anything. I don't think they've gone longer than 5 laps in the second stage. Aaron Mack into the side of Jeff Carson. Just he's able to carry more speed. Looks like, yeah, Jeff Carson just braked a little early. You know, that 31 was expected. 31 saw I can make the corner here. He's going to obviously come off to, dive down and protect that position. Man. Looks like Matt Mackin mistimed that. Yeah, way at the back of the field. I don't know why he did that. He's going to put himself a lap down with that. He'll get it back here shortly with the way things are trending and everything, but if not, on this restart at the stage break, but just a slight misjudgment there. Here for the restart. Ninth caution of the race. Very chippy in the second stage. It'd be 11 laps to go when we cross the line.
Plenty of time for 2 more cautions.
Unironically.
Maybe 3?
Just 2. Another fantastic jump for that 93 machine. If it comes down to a late race restart, he's got it covered.
Alright, we're going to go through the first corner so far.
Fonville already back up to 11th. He's going to want to get some stage points. Matt Mackin have to come in. Looks like I think he's had to serve a penalty. Under green flag pit stops, that is going to be disastrous for his race. Yeah, he got caught out. Not only did he commit to pitting, like he came in, like he headed down pit road when he saw the wreck forming. So he entered a closed pit, and then he actually, took the 4 tires. So just a couple unforced errors there.
Conville might go 3 wide here.
Man. Can he get it woed up? 78 has to lock up to not hit the 06. Noah Conwell's got a very fast truck. Caution is out.
Auction.
Aaron Mack has had an eventful second stage. This one looks to be all on his own. Into the fence. That's a weird place to lose that truck. Huh.
The front end just really late. I mean,
That was...
Or back in.
I don't really see on the exit of 4. I don't normally see a whole lot of incidents in the middle of 1 and 2. That's just... That is honestly strange. John Wickham getting a piece of that. Does Matt Mackin get the lucky dog for that? Being on pit road? No idea. He might. 4 laps down. We saw how quickly Chris Klon got his laps back, though. If that's the case, if he gets it and he goes 4 to 3, then 3 to 2 in, 5 laps, then he's right back in it. Give it to him. Doesn't look like they're going to, unfortunately. But you can pit here and fuel will be irrelevant. If you want to take a set of tires, do 100, you can do that. Because you get two sets. You get the 1 starter and the 2 in the pits. Take the first set halfway, and then you can just kind of use the last one as you see fit. Top 3 have not pitted tonight, so they will have to at least make 1 pit stop for fuel at some point. How does that play into the strategy? Rodriguez with a fuel-only stop at lap 31. So Vanjoli came in to top off with fuel at lap 56. Mike McConville came in at lap 86 after his incident and kind of fixed everything. Benfield Giesbrecht came in at 86, 87 for 4 tires. Crucial stage points on the line here. Moynihan doing exactly what he needs to do to naturally work his way up into the top 4. Great jump. 3 laps remaining in this stage.
Rodriguez on that restart almost got Jolie around. It's still chippy.
A lot of front end damage there to the 21 machine. He ran right into the back of Minto there when that caution from Condon came out.
Ooh, big block there by the 78.
Ooh, nearly 8 and the 06 into the back of each other. Or the 8 into the side of the 06. Does he dare make it 3 wide again? McConville not going to this time. Final lap in stage 2. They all got to sort it out pretty quickly. Top 3 are secure. Make the top 4. There's 5, 6, 7. Benfield all around goes Rodriguez. Big damage.
And that, oh man.
Into the final corner. In the stage, and Rodriguez just loops it. Does he? Oh, he gets in way too hot on the braking, just loses it under braking up into McConville. Big damage for the both of them.
It'll be very interesting to see how they score that for, like the stage points, because McConville, like in the stage is 10th, but at time of caution, I think he was 8th, maybe 7th. So, I mean, that could be the difference tonight.
And honestly, with Hunter Kent being out, and with the majority of the play, we have 3 drivers here below the cut line. And then we had 2 locked in, and McConville was the only one that was just naturally good. But if he continues to have these issues pile up, which none of them have been his fault, he got a handful of stage points there. I think, call it 2-ish, 1 or 2. Moynihan looks like he has secured a good portion of stage points there on that second stage, and if he gets a good finish, McConville could find himself on the outside looking in, depending on what Minto does as well. And that could be naturally. There's no, he's the first man in for Hunter Kent. It's Hunter Kent out, McConville out, Minto and Moynihan in naturally. Nothing that can be done about that. So we had a couple pit stops there. Cole Wilson gave it up. That puts Sylvain Joly in the lead of this race. Condil is now 1 lap down, back underway, and a giant stack up there on the restart. And there are no more guaranteed cautions. There's still a good bit of damage on that 8 truck. That does not look pretty.
No!
Oh, Hodison into the fence.
I was just gonna say when you're done talking, there might not be any guaranteed cautions, but I'll guarantee a caution. And
sure enough, looks like help here from Cole Wilson trying to get back up to the front. Oh, just right into the back of him. Luckily for Hodison, he is locked in. Conville says, "All right, thank you, I'll take that." Poor Matt Mackin, though. He was going to go from 3 to 2, but McConville had to fix so much damage that he went a lap down in that sequence. But that does not look good on the left front there. Also, just the front of that truck in general. Now, Hodison has a lot of damage. We'll see if he's able to get out of pit road before he goes a lap down. If he is able to, Matt Mackin, he'll be back on the lead lap here in 30 laps, probably. Not the case for Tane Hodison. He will go a lap down. In that case, if you similar to McConville, if you only go 1 lap down, then you can somewhat recover. All his damage was on the rear end specifically. McConville coming in to fix more damage. Lights are off on top of the pace car. Sylvain Joly, Logan Giesbrecht, your front row. In a topsy-turvy Martinsville race, halfway completed. Fuel, I don't think is an issue for anyone, even Joly, with how much caution laps we've had in lap 56, so no one has to pit again. Green flag back in the air. Great restart for the inside line. Look at Cole Wilson around the outside trying to make up spots. Moynihan trying to get involved there as well. And Wilson is just picking his way through this field. Does have the freshest tires. Hit it on 101. Did make that 4-tire stop. It looks to be paying off for him so far. Addison's still on pit road. Mackin has actually gotten ahead of him.
I mean, that might just be it for Addison. I mean, he is locked in.
All right.
But
the way Stage 2 has gone and everything that's happened, this race has broken squarely in the favor of Cole Wilson. Who nearly got it done at Talladega last week, was able to give that push to Tank Addison. Now looking to get the win for himself here tonight. Conville, that truck is way off the pace still. A second slower per lap. A threat of a new winner not imminent at the moment because Wilson about to pass Lafreniere for second. Lafreniere nearly loses it there. So no threat of a new winner to knock anybody out, but look at Moynihan, Minto, 4th and 6th. We have to add up all their stage points. And we'll see what could be the end result at the end of this thing. Contest for first, Cole Wilson up front. He'll fly away with the fresher tires. Lafreniere in a must-win, though. Third's not getting... He can't point his way in. Having a good run like we thought he would, but needs a first. Third won't get it done, and even more points on offer for Moynihan if he can get up here and complete this pass. That's Chris Clyde. In danger of going a lap down. And you see McConville not much better.
I mean, they're running very close lap times.
Needs more cautions, but it looks like we've actually, kind of spread out a little bit. We've gotten out of the early, restart chaos. And so things are kind of spread out a little bit. We got 4 cars off track right now, so there's only 15 trucks. How much chaos can we do with 15? 3 of them are, all on their own as well. Well, maybe, I guess 4. There's not a whole lot going on right now to where you say, oh, we can cause this incident.
I want to say I am grateful. We have 300 or 200 laps instead of the extra 300 the Cup cars had to go. Because I popped into the race on Sunday night and watched it. Giesbrecht was streaming it, and they were on lap like 460 something. I believe there were 4 cars on the lead lap.
Oh boy.
I could be misinterpreting that, but it looked like they had a rough race. So us having 13 on the lead lap for now.
We'll take it.
I mean, it's about to be 12 as
right.
Cole J. Wilson on the bumper of McConville.
I mean, look at the left side of that truck. It has been beaten and just destroyed. And he's also got damage on the right front to contend with. The back end of that truck looks okay, but there's just so much damage.
Oh, we got another caution.
As he gets lapped, he's guaranteed the lucky dog. That's a bad beat there for Chris Clyde.
Rodriguez. What is happening here? What?
Hello? What?
I mean,
So we saw, yeah, we were looking at that. We saw Aaron Mack go on through. They were having a good battle there. Oh, a little nudge there, which apparently Greg Halls took exception to. Kind of roughed him up a little bit. He was all over the back bumper here. Big block. We saw the 78 block the 31 though. So 78 was dishing it out as well before this. 21, kind of gives it right back. 78, just flat out wrecks him at that point. And that'll be big damage for the 21. Well, that gets Mike McConville back on the lead lap temporarily. He won't have as much time to fix damage because he's got to get, the lucky dog. Now that's short track racing. Conville back on the lead lap, and then he'll obviously come in next time to... Oh, pit road is closed. But he's going to come in anyways. He knows he's got to fix some damage. He won't get a whole lot of time because they are coming to the green flag, so... Not sure what he... I should have short track. We've seen it at Daytona and Talladega where you can come in, on the one to go and catch back up, but not a whole lot you're going to be able to do. And Martinsville, Rodriguez still on pit road. Chris Claude still on pit road. Here they come through 3 and 4. McConville not going to catch back up in time. Gets another 12 seconds of damage fixed as this field starting to narrow out.
And on it, big jump there for Gold J. Wilson, not like we've seen all night.
Oh, the 08 loose. Well done to the rest of the field.
Up.
To not run each other over there.
I wonder if these drivers know how close it is. Because, I mean, we've got Lafrene up there, P2, Minto, Moynihan, I believe that's Jolie in the wall. They're gathering it up. With McConville, fighting for his life. We've got Moynihan, Minto.
He's getting a couple freebie spots here, like Rodriguez and Claude. Like he gets the freebies. Yeah. He's getting a couple extra points. That truck's still a piece of junk. Still second and a half slower per lap, so not going to be able to contend for anything on pace. Needs some help with more cautions to get that, anywhere near competitiveness, and he needs them, in succession, like he had in stage 2.
It doesn't hurt whenever these cautions, potentially take out opponents.
Exactly. He needs cautions. Oh, jeez, 75. How about that, though? Look at Stoney Benfield, man, trying to get up here on the podium. Great run for this 75. This race, topsy-turvy all over the place.
And this is going to be a really exciting, point reveal. Are we gonna stay, hang out and wait for the points to get posted? I think it's pretty quick.
They usually do it almost instantaneously. Oh, a shot there from the 53 on the 39. Moynihan knows. Moynihan especially, I think, knows that he can point his way in with everything that's going on. Let me double check the math. Right, the rough draft here. Yeah, Moynihan was 5 points behind. So he's already got that at this point on Mike McConville. Minto. Oh, man!
Infield.
There's another. So Minto needs every possible spot because he was. I tell you what, it's really not even that. What? There's a 12-point difference between him and McConville. Got to outscore McConville by, I guess, 13. I have no idea what the tiebreaker is.
None.
So he's got to outscore him by 13 points. McConville got good stage 1 points then.
Yeah, very good. But that's stage 2, and I mean, here now.
Minto, I think, had decent stage 2 points. McConville, I think, got 2. So he built in a couple points there. He's 5th. It's gonna be so close.
I don't want to really speak it into existence, but if we get a caution, LaFrenne and Moynihan, they're right there.
Of course,
OJ
one of them could
obviously been, yeah.
That's 0.8 of a second. LaFrenne has very old tires for what it's worth. And he has not taken a second set, so I don't, is he going to try for a second set? Or is he just willing to go to the end on this and just, wait and see? McConville shouldn't lose any more spots. He's got 3 laps on Mackin. And I think even at a slower pace, he's fine. He's got 10 laps on Rodriguez. Claude's still on pit road. The potential is there to gain more positions dependent on what happens in front. If these guys keep wrecking each other, keep taking each other out. A top 10, I think, shuts the door for Minto, but Moynihan, he should already be in that 4th spot. Hunter Kent out. But there's also the... I think the situation, maybe unofficially, that we're in, has McConville scored 32 points? He's got... It's going to be... I don't think so. So I think we're in the situation now where McConville would replace Hunter Kent. He's gone when he have a full championship field. So that's where we stand. I don't think Minto has officially outscored McConville yet. But now, if LaFrenne is able to get back up here and do something, then it has completely changed his ballgame. And last lap, he was 0.3 of a second quicker, I might add.
These last 2 laps, he's been quicker.
So something has happened at that 93. 0.3 of a second. He's got totally clean air. I don't know what happened there.
I don't see any team affiliation for the 93 that I know of.
Last lap, he was 0.5 quicker. 4 seconds ahead of everyone behind him. We are... we got 50 to go. How confident are you that if you move him, you can get away? Knowing that it's a must-win. Second place, great points today, but... Oh, a bobble there from the 93. Curious because he's got the fresher tires on that 93 machine, but... LaFrenne came in at lap 56. He is all over the back bumper. And this would mean Moynihan in over Hunter Kent. Gabriel LaFrenne in place of Mike McConville, if he's able to complete the pass. Tommy Gossett and your Moynihan Payne Hodison, Gabriel Lafreniere, if he makes his pass. He was your pole sitter, led a handful of laps early. And Mike McConville stormed to the lead. Then it was Cole J. Wilson for a while. Sylvain Joy led a handful of laps. Cole Wilson has led the most. 4 different leaders tonight, inside of 50 to go.
A little bobble there from Lafreniere.
He has stuck right with him. He's now just comfortably 0.2 of a second. Just kind of stalking him.
There's a big brake check through that corner for Cole J. Wilson. Yeah, if Lafreniere's able to, make this stick, I believe Moynihan's going to have the points, and that'll be potentially McConville out.
Lost a little bit there, went way wide in turn 4. How long are you willing to sit here knowing, again, I'm shocked he even started catching back up because his tires were so much older. So if this starts to slip away a bit, do you just make a desperate send? He's been very respectful all season, but I think Wilson now starting to pull back away just a little bit. Do you come in, try and change tires late, make a desperation lunge at it? Good point on the board for Moynihan and Minto. So Minto getting closer, pointing his way in. And these are teammates, by the way. McConville and Minto. Even more, they're all in the same voice chat right now. Stoney Benfield, Mike McConville, Moynihan, and Minto. So that whole exchange, they were aware about. Either way, it's going to be a, Ferda Motorsports getting in somehow, but who's it going to be for that final spot? And then on 40 laps to go. I think Minto, it's going to be one of those things where you're, 3 points short or something. Oh, I'm 2 points short, something like that. Where second place would do it for you. He's going to catch a little bit of lap traffic. That brings the gap back a little bit, back to 0.3 of a second. Maybe a slight bobble there again for Lafreniere, or for Wilson. Lafreniere closes back in. What is proving to be a long run. I don't know how these trucks are set up for this. Lafreniere is right back on the back bumper there, the 93. Bobble there for the 06. They both just look, kind of just sketchy on the edge, a little loose. Oh, they both slide up the track. They're 1-2 by 6 seconds, but they both look like they're about to wreck. Catch John Vilko for 11, put him a lap down.
He's getting right there.
Conville now 2 laps down, so even if there's a minor wreck, he's going to have that person, go 2 laps down with the repair, so. It's looking like he might. And Matt Mackin, he's.
Oh, we're going to have a challenge for the lead. Lafreniere's now to the inside.
Oh, man. Wilson holds him off there. Slides high again.
Oh, he's in the wall.
Fence. He's going to have another peek at it in 3 and 4. Again, for Wilson, it's just he just wants to win. He's part-time. He's got nothing to, There's no long-standing rivalry here. He just wants to win. Lafreniere has to win. Got the advantage out of 2. Wilson fighting back as they head to turn number 3. Half a truck length ahead. Can he get first back to the throttle? Yes. Can he clear? Still no. Down in turn 1. Looks like it this time. Wilson slides up the track. 0.6 to the lead. 33 laps to go. Can he hold it?
I think that 93 machine has become unruly. Gold J. Wilson is fighting it. He keeps grabbing that outside wall. Man. That is
So
a
now
dominant truck.
it does not matter. Mike McConville currently out. As we assume that Moynihan, well, there's no assumption. It was what? What did I say?
He was 5 points behind coming into the day.
5 points behind. He's currently 3rd. McConville down in 12th. And he is getting caught by Matt Mackin, who's a second a lap quicker. 31 laps to go. He would be very close to catching him and losing another point anyways. McConville is not catching anybody, losing time to 13th. As Lafreniere begins to pull away, half a second out in front. Fuel a slight concern. The estimated fuel run was 150. We've had numerous cautions, though. He put it at lap 56, so I don't expect any issues, but he is the last one to have, guy that pitted the longest time ago, along with Sylvain Joly. Damage on the front end doesn't seem to phase him. 0.7 of a second advantage. And so well here in the spring. What a turn this could be. Looking at the Martinsville race. April 1st, Jake Watson got it done.
Ooh, we got a caution.
And this changes everything. It's Greg Holes. This changes everything. It's Aaron Mack against. There will probably be some suspensions handed out at the end of the championship race. I was going to say, if you're Gabriel Lafreniere, that's not what you want. You're pulling ahead late. Now it bunches everybody back up. But looks like everybody's going to come in for tires. So there's not going to be any shenanigans with... except for Greg Holes. And we'll go to Lucky Dog. So Greg Holes is going to stay out. And that's going to put Gabriel Lafreniere in second. Assuming he wins the race off pit road. Is that what you want to do? That's actually race altering right there. 4 tires.
I'm going to say you want second in this situation. If you believe you got a piece that can get off the line with Greg Holes, you take it.
Oh!
But Lafreniere's not going to get it.
So this, there's 2 things that we look at here with this. I was just getting ready to say, you're on the outside line. However, the truck in front of you is on older tires and might not get going, so you can just sail around the outside anyway. So I think second place is where you want to be. However, in this case, it would have been, let's assume that Greg Holes pitted. 78 machine is not there. 93 on the inside. 06 on the outside. If it's a straight up one-on-one between drivers on equal tires, and we know how good of a restart Cole Wilson's getting, it's tough to say. Really tough to say. We're just gonna have to see what kind of what kind of jump he gets. Inside of 30 to go. Is that at 25?
I think that's the last caution or not.
Not at this point.
Yeah, no, like.
And now
again,
this
there's
opens the
desperate
door
drivers
for Minto specifically to get in.
I mean, Minto and Moynihan, or Minto and Lafreniere right now, it's desperation.
And now McConville is officially back to 13th. Matt Mackin has passed him. It'll be about 20, just over 20 laps to go. Lafrene's in desperation mode for sure, no matter what. Minto, it's pretty darn close. If you get a second and McConville's 13th, it'll be very, very, very close. If you can get up there somehow. Again, but Lafrene and Cole Wilson ran away with it. Does the 78 go off in turn number 1 and he just doesn't turn? Does he run the 93 up the track? How aggressive is the 06 in this situation? This field is small, but the implications are as high as they've ever been. Let's see who's going to go. Look at that. 3rd, 4th, 5th. All entered tonight below the cut line. 2 locked in spots, and poor Mike McConville stuck in 13th. Kind of out of his hands at this point. Through the restart zone. 78, that was just an awkward restart. 93's going to sail around the outside with those fresh tires. That's worst case scenario for the 06 machine, who is just buried. And that might be it.
Oh, Moynihan's going around.
Oh, and he gets Stony Benfield, and that's just pure chaos. The 78 did not go. Lafrene's stuck, and I think he's stuck behind him again on the outside, so from bad to worse.
This is potentially the best case scenario. Well, I mean, outside of, these people wrecking for Mike McConville. Minto is just like, he's 7 points back of Moynihan, so 12 points behind McConville. It's a little bit of help.
Oh, yeah, it's huge help. But yeah,
Man.
The 78 just, I get what he was doing, but it was an awkward restart to begin with. If I'm Lafrene, I'm just gonna make it 3 wide. I would have just wrecked him. Honestly, I would have wrecked him.
Yeah.
Like that screwed you big time. I just would have punted him. Take the at-fault after the race. Because then he goes up the track and gets the 53 anyways. Like, just get him out of the way. Poor Benfield gets collected there at the end.
And he stayed out again, by the way.
Hmm.
Like, it's his right to do so.
Of course, but you saw what just happened.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
All you're doing is becoming a roadblock for people fighting for a championship. I get it, but it's just like, come on, dude.
Not to mention, he kind of dent wrecked 21 earlier in the race, so, yeah. Could very well get a suspension after this race. Anyways, Monville down in 13th. He did not beat the pace car out. Will have to be held. And Lafrene, again, he was the fastest truck on track right before that caution. He's going to feel really hard done by this. He's stuck behind a slow truck on the outside. He could very easily lose a spot to Geezer. I mean, he could be back outside the top 5. If not wrecked altogether.
Wasn't that caution brought out by Greg Holes?
Yes.
Yeah,
He did not turn right into Moynihan.
Just.
So Moynihan, though, will have to... Moynihan's going to be a little desperate here because he doesn't know exactly where the points lie. Knows he needs some additional spot. He can gain those spots back. Mike McConville is stuck in 13th. He can't lose anymore. That's the worst he can finish.
Oh, man, for Lafrene, Holes is... He's blocking, and he started next to Minto. Like, you're not even getting him a shot. This is... I don't want to say blatant anything, but it's disrespectful.
Yeah, so he'll work his way underneath now. He's out of the way, but that just... That kind of ruined...
Oh, we got a yellow anyway. For...
Jeff Carson? Maybe? What was the caution for? I have no idea. No idea.
I mean, the closest thing was Greg Hull's getting kind of loose.
And so that's unfortunate, though, because we're just wasting laps now at that point for something that I don't think was a caution. Poor Lafreniere, right? He gets by Greg Hulls, but he's still stuck in fourth on the outside. And what was a great shot at the win, I think it's all but done at this point. We're going to have 10 laps to go, stuck on the outside. Minto is here to second, though. So Minto could be that new winner, though. We could have the same situation, just with a different driver.
I think that was a lead caution. I think they thought that might have been a bad wreck, and
Chris
kind of preemptive. Interesting.
How slow they were going. Yes. He might not have any tires left. I'll give Greg Hulls the benefit, like Devin's advocate. He might not have any tires left. Came in at 126. He's like, oh, I'll just go to the end. That could very well be what happened, but we don't.
Again, I mean, he's allowed to do everything that he has done. It's just, it has caused the situation that we're in. Actually, I mean, you're not allowed to really intent wreck people, but...
Yeah. So Moynihan, though, 11th. So that is not a 5-point difference. It'll come down to stage points at that point. It'll be 11 laps to go on the restart. Lafreniere's going to need a lot of help. Minto. Cole J. Wilson's been great on these restarts. Usually gets out about 3 car lengths. Plus, he's got fresh tires again. He fell off at the end of that last run, but 10-lap sprint. I think he'll be fine. How aggressive does Logan Giesbrecht get? He hasn't won before. Here we go. Not done wrecking, I don't think.
Probably not.
But a great jump yet again. He's 3 car lengths before turn number 1. And they're side by side for second. Lafreniere boxed in at a minimum. Has to find a way into third and at least try and get that jump. But Cole Wilson is gone. 0.8 of a second. Second, third, and fourth right here.
Lafreniere was even looking inside there, potentially to make it 3 wide.
You got to feel bad for him because he was in complete control of this race with 30 laps to go.
I mean, he should be the race winner, but... I mean, that's not how things fold out. We could have had a caution anywhere else anyways.
There's a long... Oh, he's going to take a big send to the inside. Not able to make it stick. 12 does run up the hill. Caution.
Oh, caution.
Moynihan around again, and it's... his race has just kind of been floating here a little bit. He might not point his way in after him. Which in that case, if that's the case, we're going to have a situation where it's, someone will replace Hunter Kent. But it's a matter of if he points his way in, does McConville go home or not? So we could be looking at green, white checkered here, maybe? No, not quite. Minto will line up behind him. He's back on the outside. Lafreniere's still stuck in fourth.
I mean, we're getting down to it. If they can go with the jump, we will see. But I don't know if Minto will have a shot to get back, into the back of Cole J. Wilson.
You have to time it with him, essentially. And then do you just determine, hey, I should wreck him because he's part-time. But then, of course, he could come up in Phoenix. knowing he's part-time and just, you know, wreck you and don't really care about it. .196 laps completed. Three laps to go on the restart. 4 laps to go. 17 cautions in a wild one. Row 2 is almost must win. Logan Giesbrecht hasn't won, would love to. We're about to find out. Oh, Giesbrecht spins the tires. Minto is there.
31. He went up the track. Thought there might be more there.
But a great exit puts Cole J. Wilson clear. Over to 2 laps to go. Lafreniere finally through to 3rd. But we talked about it before. That's a great points day, but for him, it will not matter. 2 laps to go.
Oh, Moynihan in the wall.
Moynihan trying to make up the spots to point in naturally. But it's all not going to matter. White flag race is official. Challenging for second. We got a wreck in the back. Big wreck in the back. It does not matter. Cole J. Wilson. They're all wrecking on the final lap. Of course they will. Cole J. Wilson gets it done at Martinsville. Side by side for second. It's going to be Minto, who very well could have pointed his way in. Moynihan fighting for every spot. I have no idea. It's going to be so close. Lafreniere will feel very hard done by this race. The way that ended.
I think they tried to throw the yellow there at the end. With how bad it was. Wow.
Tony Benfield gets top 10. Jeff Carson. John Wilk with the top 5. Let's take a look at all this last lap chaos. Benfield loose, Sylvain Jolie's loose. Benfield loses under braking, evasive maneuvers being made, 62 into the 08, into Jeff Carson. Aaron Mack around. Moynihan's going to gain a handful of spots as a result, and that could be very important. Just trying to survive.
I don't know if you... Yeah, you haven't noticed it because you're watching the replay. But Greg Holes is celebrating with the race winner. I don't think I'm a fan of that.
It's not great, but, I mean,
nope.
It's just corporate racing. It's what real life has turned into, so no different than that.
I don't want to necessarily say a, Michael Waltrip racing scenario, but...
Oh, boy. I mean, I get it. Oh, well.
I mean...
It's not that Cole J. Wilson did anything.
I mean, he didn't, but...
He benefited.
I mean, the truck that he celebrated with brought out the caution, then...
Now, to be fair, Greg Holes got wrecked by Aaron Mack, I'm pretty sure, with 30 to go.
Yeah.
I don't think that actually... But he did stay out multiple times, yes. Can I not get a better... What is this scenic camera? This is trash. Let me see. They updated almost instantaneously. Let's see what we got going on here. Not quite yet.
Ain't been updated yet.
Not yet. So we'll go ahead and get in here. Just give me 1 second. Double check everything.
Say when.
Yep. Trying to look. Give me 1 second. All right, we are ready. Here with your race winner tonight, Cole Wilson. Solid podium last week at Talladega, able to help Tane Hodison get the win, and then follows it up at Martinsville, the win of his own, first of the season. Congratulations in a wild one.
Yeah, it was it was a long one there tonight. Lots of cautions, lots of wrecks. We definitely were, I think, the fastest car on the track. We led a lot of laps. McConville might have been the only one on a short run that could have had me, and then the '06, he might have been better than me on a long run. But on the short run, I don't think I was really gonna get beat by anyone. So on those last few restarts, just had to keep it clean, not make any mistakes, and we got it done.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the '06, like you mentioned, had that longer run speed. They're at the end of the race, and then obviously we get the late race cautions and then track position and everything being so important. Able to win the race off pit road, and able to just kind of control the final few restarts at the end there, but able to get it done. Have been very competitive in your part-time starts and able to pick up the first win of the season. So congratulations, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Thank you. I want to shout out Tane Hodison because I pushed him to a win yesterday, and then I pushed him into the wall tonight. So I feel bad, but at least I locked him into the championship four. So good luck to him in Phoenix. Um, uh, I'll thank Questionable Motorsports, my team, and CJ Erdman.
So congratulations again, and hope to see you next week at Phoenix for the season finale.
All right, thank you.
Here with your runner-up tonight, Brandon Minto. We're all just kind of waiting to see what the final points are going to be for the round of 8. Gave it your very best shot. Came up one spot short of the guaranteed advancement, but also scored some solid points. Could potentially have point injury in as well, just due to the craziness elsewhere. But a solid result. Qualified second and finished second, so a strong result for the 12 team tonight.
Yeah, I was definitely hoping I was hoping for a win. I'm so bad on short tracks, so the fact I qualified P2, I was questioning it. I'm like, this can't be real. There's no way I just qualified P2, and then the race all night was being able to hang out up front. It was a complete different scene that I've seen all season. I've been mostly like mid pack, so not having too many cars in front of me, or I guess in this case, trucks in front of me. It was weird seeing that, like just trying to learn how to be more aggressive, like fighting up front, be a clean driver. I try, I pride myself on just being a clean driver, but just trying to find any way I can to get up front, and it just didn't happen tonight.
Yeah, and all of the chaos, I don't think we mentioned the 12 truck is being involved in too much tonight. Relatively clean truck. And it's going to, potentially pay off. We'll see what the final results are, but gave it everything you had tonight, kept the truck in one piece, and another podium this season. The consistency's been impressive, at least with numerous top 10s in 23. So I think this is your 13th top 10 in 21 starts, so impressive consistency there. We'll just kind of wait and see what the final numbers are. Is the way everything kind of worked out around everything. It was a battle between the Ferda Motorsports guys for those final couple of spots. So we'll wait and see what that ends up being. But again, congratulations on a podium. We'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I appreciate it. You guys put on a great broadcast. I love watching the broadcast back, seeing everything, seeing the entire broadcast, and especially this race is going to be a good one to go back or go watch back because I was up front a lot of the night. I want to give an apology to Mike McConville because I've been having internet issues a lot throughout the season. So I don't know what happened, but I felt like I was underneath him and we were clear by about a foot and a half, and then he just turned sideways. So I think I'm going to get at fault for that wreck that happened earlier in tonight's race, and I hope that doesn't affect his playoff contention. Like, he definitely deserves it. He's been up front almost all season. Then just my parents always tune in every single week. My brother, him, his wife, and then my nephews, Winnie and Vinny. Like, they love watching all these races and everything. So I just want to give a shout out to everybody. So
Absolutely. Well, congratulations again on the podium, and we'll see you next week at Phoenix.
absolutely. Have a good one.
Yep. With the 06 of Gabriel Lafrene, ran so great here at Martinsville in the spring. Had another great run here tonight, qualified on the pole. Took the lead with less than 30 laps to go. And then obviously all the chaos with those late race cautions and kind of getting stuck with some unlucky track position. You end up third, so another great finish, but I think you needed the win to get into the championship floor, but it was not for a lack of trying for that 06 truck. Very fast all night long.
Thanks, guys. Absolutely, I need this win, but it's happened. The yellow at the end didn't go well for me. Just it's happened.
Yeah, just the unlucky the yellows there, but arguably the quickest truck on the track over the long runs, and obviously the pole sitter too. So that truck was just quick all night. Martinsville, probably your best track that we've seen on the calendar, and it showed here again tonight. So needed the win, but came up just a little bit short. But again, the effort was there, the speed was there all night, just a little unlucky. Yes. But congratulations again on a hard-fought battle. Had to have the win, and you very nearly did in a must-win, so that was impressive to watch. But
yes, that was a really, really fun race. At the end with Minto, hard fight. But he did a good defense, can pass. But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Congratulations again on the podium, and we'll let you get any shout-outs in if you have any.
Thanks to you, the broadcast, Chris Claude, awesome job with the league, and my teammate Sylvain Joly tonight.
Congratulations again, and we'll see you next week at Phoenix.
Thanks. Good night.
He handled that very well.
I'd be radioactive.
Nuclear.
Maybe. Like them old Kurt Busch clips.
Oh, yeah, that'd make it look like a preschool.
Man. I've been sitting here refreshing.
I know. I'm trying to look. They probably have some stuff to work out. I feel like with the Hunter Kent retirement, they I feel like that has affected it. Just with all the chaos, I feel like they're trying to sort that out. They had to manually apply a points deduction. They're like, get out of here. This is what they did with Jeremy Paris when he retired from the league. So they have to manually apply points. But we can stay on for a few more minutes. I don't know. I don't see Chris Claude in here. And I'll let him. He's also got to do at faults and everything. So we'll stay on a couple more minutes. And hope that they do it. Last week it was pretty instantaneous. But obviously trying to set the championship floor. Very important. We want to make sure they get it right.
While we wait for that, score update in the World Series. Toronto Blue Jays up 4-1 in the top of the 7th.
Wow. They got some fight in them. Good for that. That's funny. They could already... there was a path where they have swept. There was a realistic path where they just straight up are winning. Like, this is, that's crazy to me. I guess you could say the same thing for the Dodgers got blown out in Game 1. Like, Blue Jays, Game 1 every single time. Game 2, it was a pitcher's duel for so long. Game 3, obviously, we know that, and now they're winning again. So that's crazy that I just didn't expect that. Good for them. But here are the race results. Cole J. Wilson by just over a second from Minto. Nearly dead heat there for second. But Minto gets it, and that could be a very valuable point. Frene third. Giesbrecht. John Wilco with the top 5. Jeff Carson, solid finish in 6th. Moynihan 7th, going to be oh so close between him and McConville. Sylvain Joy with the top 10. Aaron Mack involved in a lot tonight, but recovers for a 9th place finish. Tony Benfield, another top 10 for him. Greg Holes, an eventful night, comes home 11th. Matt Mack in 12th. McConville, so quick in the opening stage, then everything went wrong from stage 2 on. Finishes 13th. He'll wait to see where his playoff hopes lie. Diego Rodriguez, Chris Claude, Tane Hodison, Steve Herring, Tommy Gossett, and then Richard Pruitt, the 19th position here this evening. All right, your final thoughts on tonight's race.
Chaos, fun. We're not waiting. That second stage is probably
To set the tone for the remainder of the evening.
I don't really want to say the funnest, but in terms of like that portion of my brain that is a big fan of chaos and things going like awry.
Game 7 moment.
Yeah, like it's just it is fun, but it's not good racing. So I enjoyed it. But
it was
again,
fun to see Lafrene, because we knew he'd be quick at Martinsville. We knew absolutely how quick he would be at Martinsville. We said, that's what we got to look out for. Puts it on pole. Falls back a little bit earlier, like, oh, he doesn't have the speed, but he finds it again late in stage 3 and nearly wins the whole darn thing. So that was fun to see somebody buck up like that when they had to. Moynihan, Minto chasing their teammate in McConville. So there were storylines all throughout the night, which is what the playoffs do for us, I guess. But as the storylines were the captivating point of tonight's race, not nearly the quality of racing. But that's just what it is, I guess. Short track racing, you'll have that. We know for a fact we'll see Tane Hodison and Tommy Gossett next week. We do not know the final 2 officially. We do not. So we'll stop. I hate to leave before it's finalized, so we will hold out a couple more minutes, see if they can get those results uploaded. If not, we'll tweet them out on social media once we are aware of them.
Oh, the Toronto Blue Jays are now up 6-1.
Hey, we got that. It's good that it's competitive because everyone's like, "Oh, the Blue Jays or the Dodgers winning is gonna end baseball."
I mean, kinda.
Man, it's crazy because they very easily should have. I'd honestly say they should have won that game last night. They just did not clutch up in extras. So.
Yeah, I do wonder how people will react if, the Dodgers win and their payroll is, 10 times out of every other team.
$1 billion. It's funny.
All these deferred payments.
It's very funny watching. I saw a Dodgers fan. They're like, oh, 1% chance, 99% faith. And it's like, you have a $1 billion payroll with deferred payments. Please don't speak.
I will say, a salary cap does not need to be in baseball. It's been that way. Like, it's fine. A salary minimum and or no deferred payments. Like,
no, a minimum, we've talked about that. A minimum they need, because the Pirates, like, hey, can you please support Paul Skeens? Can you get some offense to support that team instead of just cheaping out everywhere, and then he'll eventually be traded to the Yankees? A minimum's good.
I mean, the deferred payment stuff got to go. This, giving Ohtani like $1 billion and being like, yeah, we're not going to pay you until, America has fallen. So what's the point?
Yeah. Sports ball must continue. Keep the F5ing is real. We're just going to F5 all the time.
Yeah, I'm just spamming it. I'm waiting.
Go to 10:30, I guess. Seems like a nice even cutoff.
Here for 9 minutes, spamming the
Talk ball.
talk ball.
Are you prepared for a Georgia Tech Vanderbilt playoff game? Is America prepared for that?
I mean, playoffs. We're
What'd you
dog
say?
walking them this weekend.
Okay. I picked you in the pick'em, so
I haven't done the pick'ems yet. We're doing them
I
live.
picked North Carolina State.
College pick'ems. Let's see.
Yeah.
I'm picking Texas. I'm picking Duke. Ooh, Duke or Clemson? I'm picking Duke. I'm taking North Texas.
I picked
Iowa
Clemson.
State's
I unironically picked North Carolina State because every time I've picked against us in the pick'ems, we've won. So there's, at this point in the season, zero reason to change that formula. I'm doing
picking
it.
Georgia Tech.
Don't do it.
I picked Georgia Tech.
We're gonna lose.
I'm picking the Sooners.
I know that hurt to say.
Yeah. I mean, I don't trust Tennessee.
It's funny because Duke, they were saying we were betting, Duke was the money line favorite, so I picked him because I was like, that's gonna be difficult. So I picked Duke objectively, thinking we were just gonna blow that game. The NC State pick 'em, there's literally 4% of people on ESPN that have picked them, and I'm just doing it solely for the reverse jinx.
No.
I can't pick them because if they blow it, then my pick 'em is correct. If they win, then it proves that I should just never pick them in anything. Just assume we lose all the time. Either way,
You want to know what's wild?
What's wild?
Like, if you go back, maybe even 5 years ago, and you're like Vanderbilt at Texas, and you got a college football pick 'em, and Texas is only 31% picked.
Objectively hilarious.
Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, McConville, we don't know who's got the spots yet. We're still waiting. Hold up.
Post the points.
We don't know McConville.
Don't know what.
The points.
Do
you?
Look, I have a lower township, New Jersey school education. So my math skills are potato. I think with Hunter being done, I jumped him, which will put me in. And I think Moynihan got it by a single point over Minto.
That's crazy.
Minto. Yeah.
Divisional results. Well, obviously.
I hope you don't make it.
Yeah, because we're still live because we're waiting for it to up.
Yeah, it's your mom in chat? Oh, my bad. I hope you make it.
Yes, my mother is in chat.
That's great.
Hi, Mom.
Because the whole storyline, obviously, breaking news, Hunter Kent, not here. So we're like, you can jump him in points, on average 32 points. You can jump him. So that puts him down to 4th. Will Moynihan or Minto, jump him as well? They naturally point in. There's your 4. But then it's like, Lafrene's, could win this race. He jumps everybody. Then it's like, you're down in 13th. Does Moynihan jump you on points? Does Minto jump you as well when you're stuck in 13th and he's in 2nd?
So he doesn't feel left out. You should drag him in here too. That's what he and I were talking about, was the points. And I didn't even think of he and Minto jumping Hunter. Jeez.
All 3 of them jump Hunter Kent because he's literally not here and they're having good runs, and then they both jump you because you got wrecked and you're 13th. So.
Yeah, that damn Miller Lite truck.
I want to see these standings.
And it's funny because we're like, hey,
right.
It's all Ferta. It's just one of you is going to be in. We just don't know which one.
And
because at one point it was like, Lafrene's winning, McConville's done, and it's Moynihan. And then obviously we had the caution and Lafrene got hung out to dry on a restart.
So Daniel, we forgot to think of something.
Yeah.
Doing the points. Did you and Minto also jump Hunter? Which would put both of you in.
Because
we put one of
Moynihan, you in. He was that's 4 points. He probably outscored you. 7th to 13th? I don't know. I forget the stage points. There's a decent chance he jumped you. But did you score 32 points?
Yes.
Okay.
My race finish was 24 points. and then I won stage 1,
That's
which
right.
gave me 34.
Okay, so you
So
jump
that puts me
him,
above
So
Hunter.
at a
Yeah.
okay, so at a minimum, we don't have to replace Hunter Ken. Well, first man out. Yeah, just if you won, I think you'll be fine then. I think it's probably Moynihan and you.
It's all going to come down to that weird stage 2 finish.
Right.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's what's taking so long because
You know,
at
time
of
of caution,
yeah, and all that.
Yeah,
multiple
that's
trucks
where
wrecking.
I was I 5th? Was I 7th? Those 2 points may matter.
Were you
Mhm.
10th? Because in the pits, you were 10th.
Yeah, but it's at the moment of caution.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you were
like,
in a
I know.
caution. So who the heck?
I
knows?
was in the caution,
Yeah.
sure, but I wasn't the caution. So like, was I?
Well,
was
like
I
that's the
fifth?
question. It's like, are they counting it as where you were? Because I mean, if you're involved in a caution, I don't know if you should keep the spot you were involved in. Like,
I agree.
so, like, yeah. I mean, that's what we're waiting on.
The implications of everything.
Championship
man.
implications.
Then, I mean, obvious. Lafreniere had it locked up.
Yeah.
He really did.
Well, it was weird because
And-
looking at the overlay, it was like, oh, he pitted at lap 56. Wilson pitted at like lap 100 something. And then like Wilson kind of drove away there for a good bit, and then all of a sudden Lafreniere's like, "What's up?" and just stormed back and passed him, like out of nowhere. And then obviously we have the caution with 30 to go, and he gets screwed on the no choose cone. So
Yeah. The only time we'll get that is when iRacing implements it, which they have no plans, last I found, of implementing it.
It would be so buggy in a video
It
game.
would.
Well, what they
that's
need to
their-
do,
That's
forget-
their reason for not doing it.
screw the
that it
choose
would
cone,
be-
man.
It's a good reason.
They gotta fix getting wrecked into pit road and getting a penalty. They gotta fix that first because that
Yes.
is inexcusable.
Correct.
That has always bothered me. Okay, I just got wrecked. Like, I didn't just drive down here willingly at 108. Specifically, like Talladega. You see that all the time. It's like, hey, I wasn't willingly going down pit road at 180 miles an hour. Can you please fix that?
Yeah, especially the pit exit cone is
Yeah.
right there at the end of the trial hole.
There was trending on Twitter a couple weeks ago for that official week. It's like, hey, I won this race. I literally crossed the line first, but because somebody wrecked me down pit road, I now finished 20th.
Yeah, that's
Please fix.
please desperately do something with this surface. Stop worrying about your console game and make the computer better.
Make the computer better.
Ooh.
Oh,
Points are updated.
So we
I'm
got
P1 in points.
You gotta the guys that have wins, you gotta jump above you.
So how does this? Okay, so we got.
Wait.
Oh man, I'm
Bundle.
out.
Oh! So they did both. What?
Holy.
All right,
Wait,
make sure you have to
wait.
get the points up fast because ads start in 30 seconds.
Oh man, I don't got time
I
for
mean,
this. Hang
and
on.
they're-
It's the stage 2 finish.
Oh,
I'm out.
Man, that's crazy.
Wait, Mike, you're out? What?
Yeah.
Because Tommy Gossett
you
will jump
and-
in.
Brandon jumped me.
I didn't
Tommy
know if
Gossett
Minto had the
jumped
points
in?
for it. Yeah, Gossett won the Roval, so he was locked in, no matter what.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hunter Kent was already out, like he's out, so that there's nothing to like, oh, we have to replace him. It was raw points, Moynihan, Minto, Hoddison, McConville, and Tommy Gossett jumps in because he has a win. Win and you're in. So let's show everybody.
Shoot. Wait, so then I'm out then. Is
No, you're in.
that right?
You took
You're
over
in?
the points lead.
Hoddison and Gossett were locked in. Everything else was based off points.
So it's you and Minto.
Wow. Okay.
Let's do
McConville
this.
Holy
out.
shit.
Let's do.
By 2 points.
Mm.
So that the last lap crash where Moynihan, you gained a bunch of positions.
Oh my goodness,
Vital.
yeah, that too. Holy, that did
Yeah.
actually matter. Let's do.
Your mom's not a fan though, so.
Oh, let's do this. Here it is. Based on raw
Right.
points.
We're currently in an ad for next minute, so
Oh,
just
brother.
have it up there. We don't like I
I-
delayed them for
I
as long as
know.
I could.
We went.
Man,
It was literally 3 points separating the top 4 naturally.
You know what's crazy too? Is I don't have a single win on the season.
Welcome back, Matt Crafton.
I don't have a single win on the season. That is wild.
Let me know when we're out of the ad break, Art.
10 seconds.
10 seconds. Okay,
At least for me, that's what it says.
close enough. But yeah, post Martinsville, Daniel Moynihan, your points leader. He reset to, I guess, 4,000 or whatever they want to artificially say. But yeah, Daniel Moynihan, Brandon J. Minto, Tane Hodison, Mike McConville on points. Would be the championship for, but Tommy Gossett, courtesy of his Roval win to open the round of 8, will automatically be locked in. And you got to remember Talladega too, that close finish by like 3/1000ths of a second between Hodison and McConville. That obviously ends up playing. So you say, oh, it's only 2 points between him and Minto. It's 3/1000ths of a second between himself and Hodison as well. So you look at the round of 8. That's how close the margins are for a championship. It is simply that close. Tommy Gossett, Hodison locked in. We got to bump Gossett in place of our very own Mike Conville. And that will be your championship for Daniel Moynihan, Brandon J. Minto, Tane Hodison, and Tommy Gossett next week at Phoenix. Insane. And then this would have been even weird if we would have had Lafrene win, I guess. It would have been Minto would have been out by a point. It would have been Lafrene, Hodison, and Gossett. And only Moynihan would have been in on points. That is crazy.
What a race.
What a
season.
What a season. Got one more to end it next week at Phoenix Championship race. Nothing more that really needs to be said. We're going to crown a champion next week at Phoenix. Y'all be sure to tune in next Tuesday around 8:10 Eastern. So y'all take care. Come back for the championship race next Tuesday. We'll see you then.